Welcome to the results video for UFC 320. Let's find out which channels had the most picks correct and won the most money if you had blindly followed all of their picks. And we start with the least and most correct picks. And for these results I only show channels that made picks on at least half of all the fights, so a minimum of 7. For least correct picks from number 4 to number 7 we have the following 11 channels. In third place we have the Parlay MMA with 4 out of 9 correct for 44.4%. In second place, we have Guaranteed from Bros Talk MMA, Be Ready from Fight Bloodline and Lightning MMA. All 3 of them had 6 out of 14 picks correct for 33%. And in first place, the channel with the least correct picks this week, we have Lucrative James with only 5 out of 12 correct for 41.7%. In fourth place, for most correct picks, we have R Parks with 9 out of 12 correct for 75%. The following 5 channels, in alphabetical order, are in third place with 10 out of 13 correct for 77%. In second place we have a total of 11 channels and all of them had 11 out of 14 correct for 78.6%. And in first place for most correct picks this week we have Ray Bucks from Bros Talk MMA, Funky Bunch MMA and King of Crackdown 5095. All 3 of them had 12 out of 14 picks correct for 85.7%. And here is the complete overview of all 146 channels that have tracked this week, which also includes channels that made picks on less than half of all the fights, with their correct picks, total picks and correct pick percentage. To calculate the results for the most and least profitable channels, we pretend to place a $100 moneyline bet on every pick a channel has made, even if they don't like the odds or have very low confidence in their pick. So we're basically blindly following every pick a channel has made. To calculate the results, we use the odds from the tail of the tape shown before each fight. From number 4 to number 10 we have the following 8 channels, with a return on investment of -43 to -31.4. In third place we have the Ice Files, with a return on investment of -45.3%. In second place is Be Ready from Fight Bloodline with -47.5%. And the least profitable channel this week, if you had blindly followed all of their picks, was Lucrative James with -48.4%. And for the most profitable channels this week, we have from number 4 to number 10 the following 7 channels, with a return on investment of between 23.5% up to almost 30%. In third place is Sansu Tips with a 30.8% ROI. In second place are Ray Bucks from Bros Talk MMA, Funky Bunch MMA and King of Crackdown 5095. With the exact same predictions and ROI of 36.3%. And the channel with the highest return on investment this week, if you had blindly followed every pick he made, was Drywall, and he had a return on investment of 47%, well above the rest of this top 10. And here is the complete overview of all 146 channels, including those that made picks on less than half of all the fights, with their money won or lost, their return on investment, correct picks, total picks, correct pick percentage and investment. For the least correct winner plus method of victory predictions we have the following 10 channels from number 4 to number 7. In third place we have Cash from Fight Bloodline and Mark Berry TMA. Both of them had 3 out of 14 correct for 21.4%. In second place is Be Ready, also from Fight Bloodline, with 2 out of 14 correct for 14.3%. And the channel with the least method of victory predictions correct this week was Guaranteed from Bros Talk MMA with 1 out of 8 correct for 12.5%. For the most correct method of victory predictions we have the following 6 channels from number 4 to number 7. In third place we have Live Dogs MMA and Tank Top MMA. Both of them had 8 out of 13 correct for 61.5%. In second place we have Marcel from MMA Oddsbreakers with 5 out of 8 correct for 62.5%. And in first place, the most method of victory predictions correct, we have Funky Bunch MMA with 9 out of 14 correct for 46.3%. And here is the complete overview of all 80 channels that made method of victory predictions this week, also including channels that made method of victory predictions on less than half of all the fights, with their correct predictions, total predictions and correct percentage. For the least and most profitable method of victory predictors, I calculate the results with the average odds from oddsjam.com, which were taken around 12 hours before the fight started. From number 10 up to number 4 we have the following 14 channels, with a return on investment of -47% up to 68.3%. In third place is Mark Berry TMA with a return on investment of minus 71.5%. In second place is Guaranteed from Bro Stalk MMA with minus 82.4%. And in first place for least profitable channel with their method of victory predictions, we have Be Ready from Fight Bloodline. If you had placed a $100 bet on every method of victory prediction this channel had made, you could have lost $1,159 for a return on investment of minus 82.8%. For the most profitable method of victory predictors, we have from number 4 to number 10 the following 7 channels, with a return on investment of 18% up to 45.7. In third place is Tank Top MMA with an ROI of 46.2%. In second place we have Live Dogs MMA with a 50.4% ROI. But the most profitable channel with their method of victory predictions was Frenzy. Had you blindly followed all of his method of victory predictions and placed a $100 bet on each of them, you could have won $883 for a 63.1% return on investment. And here's the complete overview of all 80 channels that made method of victory predictions this week, with their total money won or lost, their return on investment, their correct picks, total picks, correct pick percentage and investment. Did High Jive Picks finally break his 13-week losing streak? Let's find out. On a 3-week losing streak, in alphabetical order, we have the following 19 channels. And as you can see, High Jive Picks isn't on here. So he finally broke his 13-week losing streak. On a 4-week losing streak, we have these 9 channels. Out of those 9 channels, 6 are on a 5-week losing streak. And on a 6-week losing streak, we have Bedtime MMA, then from the Dogger Pass podcast, MMA Play 365, Pick'em MMA and Slim MMA. But none of these 5 channels are on a 7-week losing streak. On a 2-week winning streak, we had 28 channels, but that's too much to show for me, so we start with a 3-week winning streak. And on a 3-week winning streak, we only have 5 channels. Drywall, Fight Fairy, Carlos from MCA Picks, MMA Ethic and Sports Betting Hub. And out of those 5, only 1 is on a 4-week winning streak, which is Sports Betting Hub. And it doesn't stop there, because he's also on a 5-week winning streak and even a 6-week winning streak. That was it for the results video for UFC 320. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back in the overview video this Thursday.